Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Shemel Shabbat Shemakakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them and taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and its sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, to Aqua that are listening, learning, being a pillar of rest, the 144,000 and one-third, the hopeful elect of Israel. My brother Yashawan, Shalom and salutations to you all. 2 Corinthians, we're going to start, at the old trusty jumping off point. We're breaking down this damn devil. 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we're going to get into some of these devices, namely automation, but first let's hear old DJ here, DJ Trump. Not DJ Academics, but DJ Trump here. Trump blames Biden. DEI. Okay, where does that go? DEI. DEI means black. Blames these niggers for the plane crash. Okay. Now, what I want out of this video is to hear him say how we need to get Edomites, superior-minded, intelligent, right? Super IQ Edomites. So what does he actually say? This man knows that within the American government, there are people out to get him and to put him to death. He knows that. They're in their office. They're waiting for him to look the other way, and then they're going to enact. He knows that there are FAA and air traffic controllers that are rogue, right? He knows that a lot of them air traffic controllers. Why does he use the language that he's using? Superior, really what he's saying is Edomite. I want Edomites in there. Get these Arabs, get these Indians, these East Indians, get them out of there. I don't want them. I don't trust them. World War III is going on, and they're blowing up planes. Get them out of there. Let's put some white boys that I trust in them, what do you call it? Air traffic controller seats. That's why you see this racism. Okay. And he's setting a fire, right? He's setting fire to America through racism, right? In its entirety. But this particular situation right here is what? What's going on? Well, let's listen to this first. He's going to say, I need some good Edomites that I trust in them seats because you Arabs are trying to kill me. You other heathens out here, nigga, I thought we was cool, but you trying to kill me, so I got to do what is necessary for my survival and my people.
We must have only the highest standards for those who work in our aviation. Changed the Obama standards.
And they blame it on the niggas.
We must have only the highest standards for those who work in our aviation system.
What?
I changed the Obama standards from very mediocre at best to extraordinary. You remember that. Only the highest aptitude, they have to be the highest intellect and psychologically superior people were allowed to qualify for air traffic controllers.
Stop right there. Nigga, there's a standard test that everybody has to pass. So what the fuck are you talking about? Doesn't matter what color you are. Matters if you if you pass the test. Don't matter if you're DEI or whatever the fuck you are. You qualify. Okay. They didn't lower no standards for somebody. That's trickery and deception, and this is the devil. So what is he doing? Right? Well, he's rallying his troops, and he's trying to get some people that he thinks he can trust, right? In them seats. Because he don't want no Arabs, right? Somebody said, oh, well, when they were talking from the control tower, I could hear a Middle Eastern accent. What the fuck is a Middle Eastern accent?
That was not so prior to getting there. When I arrived in 2016, I made that change very early on because I always felt this was a job that, and other jobs too, but this was a job that had to be superior intelligence. And
that's dog whistle. Here it is. This nigga's the basest man on the earth and don't know shit, right? The knowledge of this world is foolishness unto the Most High. He's sitting there, the basest of men, knuckle dragging fucking troglodyte, talking about intellect.
We didn't really have that, and we had...
This motherfucker is a felonious. I could go into all sorts of abominable acts that this dude is fully all of it. He's a devil, right? And one of the top devils out there. You know he done did all manner of ritualistic, satanic shit, right? And didn't work for nothing. Got his money, his daddy passed the money down. He ain't done shit. This motherfucker was handed a whole bunch of money. He ain't worked for nothing.
And then when I left office and Biden took over, he changed them back to lower than ever before.
How? When you got to pass a certain curriculum to even become an... Everybody takes the same test. What are you talking about? Lower. You see this trickery that this fucking devil is pushing
I put safety first. Obama, Biden, and the Democrats put policy first.
Safety is policy. Stupid.
And they put politics at a level that nobody's ever seen.
Because that's what you're doing right now. You're turning politics all the way upside down and showing that it's all fucking bullshit. Right? You're a felon and all kind of criminal. You're the biggest criminal. So what can you do? You're sitting in that office. All you can do is be a criminal, and you're being a fucking criminal. You say that niggas are criminal. No, nigga, everybody knows Don the Con. Everybody knows Don the Con from the hood, from the day, way back in the day. Nigga, you've been doing this for a long time. Swindling and hustling. You didn't make that money. That money was given to you swindling. You went broke. They bailed you out. You ain't shit, nigga. You're a piece of shit.
It was the lowest level. Their policy was horrible, and their politics was even worse.
And if any fucking Edomite has a problem with the truth, do what the fuck you think you gotta do, and we'll see how it goes for you. Because the Most High is running this shit. We don't have to do anything. The men of the Lord, we're not gonna lift a finger to hurt anybody. But guess what? Guess who is? They that be with us are more than they that be with you.
So as you know, last week, long before the crash, I signed an executive order restoring our higher standards for...
You hear this fucking bullshit? No, everybody takes the same test, you fucking dumbass. You ain't done shit. They didn't lower no standard so you could become an air traffic adjuster. Stupid. And the people at the Air Traffic Controller University or whatever the fuck you want to call it will tell you that what this dude is saying is patently untrue. That everybody takes the same test. Fucking clown. Edomites are clowns, man. Anyway, let's see what really happened over here. Let's see. Who's first? Let's go here. Wait, let me see. What am I doing first? This guy says, what does minute say? Minute says 4. Let's do this first. 4 survivors, right? These people said that nobody survived, right? Nobody survived. They didn't report on the crash one day before, like 11/9 backwards. Okay. 4 survivors that were taken to the hospital. There's just too much information for this not to be true. Okay. But suddenly, nobody knows about the 4 survivors that were taken to the hospital. What's up?
I want to talk about what I heard on that night because
This is Minutes of Horror 21 hours ago. This disturbing plane crash video made me
As you heard in that video, the news report kept mentioning victims, but I kept specifically hearing that there were survivors. They were using that word survivors in the news.
In the news, right? On television and in print. Oops.
Started to look it up myself, and I was like, am I going crazy? Because I know I heard the news talking about there were survivors. Now I can't find any news clips. I can't find any articles, nothing like that. But luckily, I was actually able to run across a news clip of them talking about these survivors.
What does it mean that they were survived? It means somebody's lying. Why you gotta lie? How come you just can't say what actually happened? And Donald Trump must be part of this lie because he's not saying anything. You know that nigga can't keep his mouth shut. So what the fuck is going on? Survivors?
I'm going to go ahead and play the news clip, but things are going to get very, very interesting.
Also, Paul Wagner is being told that they are being taken to the MPD helipad off South Capitol Street. So this is some good news that we know that those first responders are finding survivors there in those waters.
I mean, considering the fact that we saw the images from EarthCam of what looked like a fireball in the air when this American Eagle flight from Wichita, Kansas, as you're looking here, we're going to show it to you again. This American Eagle flight from Wichita, Kansas was supposed to land at Reagan National before 9, and witnesses reported seeing this fireball, and you can see it going into the Potomac River. We've been reporting tonight that there is a huge response on both sides of the Potomac tonight, with first responders, as Mark was showing us, in rescue boats, trying to navigate these dark waters in a difficult situation because of the unknown. But now news that there are 4 victims being taken to the North Boathouse Fire Station, and that's where any more victims who are recovered will be sent there.
Fox News would also talk about the survivors, but they would say that they were waiting for a confirmation. But this video is also very interesting because it gives a better look of how much time this Black Hawk helicopter had.
Into runway 33, I haven't looked at it, but they were clearly very close to landing, and the helicopter somehow got in the way.
Yeah, it did. John, stand by if you would. I want to bring in Armin Purdy into the conversation because Armin is a specialty. We don't have Armin Purdy, and we'll try to get him back. So, John, stay with us if you would. But,
sure.
But you know, we are now hearing, John, that from the NBC affiliate, again, we have not independently verified this, that 4 people were pulled from the water.
Now, it's always...
You hungry? You know?
4 people were pulled from the water. What the hell? But you ain't hearing nothing about that.
Now, it's always possible the news got it wrong, misinformation, they jumped the gun, that's always possible. But if you read this article here from MSN, and this is one of the last surviving articles that talk about the survivors, this article says that local TV station spots at least 4 pulled from water after DC plane crash. So they are saying they actually witnessed these survivors being pulled from the water. The article goes on to say, and I will go ahead and link the article below, but the article goes on to say that at least 4 people were reportedly rescued from the frigid Potomac River in Washington late Wednesday night after an American Airlines plane crashed into a United States Army Black Hawk helicopter, a local news station reports, even though it was the other way around. But anyway, a local news station reports NBC4, which had journalists lining the river as rescue operations were underway, reported the survivors were pulled from the 34-degree water and taken to the North Boathouse Fire Station located at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. So again, they were there, they were lined up, and they were witnessing these survivors coming out of the water and being taken away. I mean, that is very specific. And given the fact that they are a news station, I wonder if they filmed these survivors, people being pulled from the waters, getting up and walking around. And they went to interview these survivors or the people that rescued them, and they said that they are taking them to the fire station, and this video footage was suppressed. It had never gotten out. They were told to get rid of that video footage for a specific reason, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But I found this very interesting video clip from Fox News that talks about other video footage. But watch what happens.
In the news conference, also questions about how this could happen in the first place, how a helicopter would be able to collide with a commercial airliner, especially one that was being cleared into land at a very busy airport in D.C. We heard from the newly installed Transportation Secretary who said right now simply they have to focus on the search and rescue operation, but there will be that investigation led by the NTSB, the National Transportation Safety Board, as well as the FAA, but it simply was too soon to tell what may have gone wrong. Yes, there's a lot of theories out there, and a lot of people are pointing, Jonathan and Kevin, to the video that has come out of this because what's so surprising is that that's not usual for us to see in real time what happened. But because this airport is so closely watched in DC, all the local TV stations have cameras on it. A lot of people also, I've seen dash cameras from Ubers and stuff like that. There have been multiple angles of this crash caught on camera. That, yes, will be a huge help to investigate.
Great teams. And
So as you can see, as he starts to get into other video footage of different angles and so forth, they cut him right off. Now, yes, there has been other video footage that has come out that does show alternate angles, but perhaps he was also going to spill the beans about some other stuff that was seen and recorded. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, but I guess you can't take that risk. So the thing is, why would they hide it? If there are survivors, that would be great news. Why would they try to hide that fact? Well, I mean, I highly doubt there would be survivors on the plane, so then it begs the question, who was actually on that helicopter? Was anybody on that helicopter? And again, these are just my theories. It's just a theory. I'm not saying this is what happened.
Okay, good enough. So, 4 survivors. Maybe or maybe not, right? Okay, so, what happened? He asked the question, what happened, right? What did he say?
Why would they hide it? If there are survivors, that would be great news.
What happened? This begs the question, what happened?
Cut him right off. Now, yes, there has been other video footage that has come out that does show alternate angles, but perhaps he was also going to spill the beans about some other stuff that was seen. And
let's see what happened. All right, this is the brother Arrows of Indignation 144. Listen up. 21 hours ago, I got it queued, right, to right here. Now, take it away, lady.
Actually reported on it hours before the event actually happened. Kind of reminds me of something that happened in 2001, but we're not allowed to talk about that. Now, for TikTok purposes, I'm going to say that this is just a coincidence, but it's interesting nonetheless that just a few months ago, Lockheed Martin was reporting that they could remotely control Black Hawk helicopters.
This is a commercial for automated Black Hawks. Look at this piece of shit right here.
With the Army to modernize Black Hawk, to incorporate new technology, new capabilities to create the Black Hawk. And one critical technology of all these things is autonomy. And that brings me here today.
Are we really going to fly this absolutely autonomous Black Hawk in Connecticut from 300 miles away right here in Washington, D.C.? And the answer is a resounding yes, we're going to. We live in an age where aircraft can be remotely hijacked and used as missiles. We live in an age where a pilot's radio transmission can be fabricated. We live in an age where attacks can be disguised as accidents. Now, this is where it gets weird. So just a few...
Okay, yeah, the whole Kobe thing. Okay, so the Black Hawk was a missile. A missile is a bomb. Right? A missile is a bomb. It says we live in an age where aircraft can be remotely hijacked and used as bombs, missiles. A missile is a flying bomb. How about that? We live in an age where attacks can be disguised as accidents. So, got all that information. Let's skip one because I haven't brought out. No, pretty soon. Let's get this. Sirach 5 and 15, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. And I'm going to close right here too, all right? But I'm going to try to, in real time, I'm going to look this up and see if it comes up, right? Because what I remember hearing, I remember hearing the first thing that comes out too. They call that plane, they're calling the plane American. Oh, it's American Airlines. American. When it first came out, you know what they called the plane? Plane has a name, like American Eagle or Cherokee or something like that. They call this. They call it a. You know what? Before I do that, let's do this. Pilot. Let's do this. Bugs. Bugs. Bunny. Right? Let's see if I can find this. Pilot. 2. Ah! What is this? Pilot the Bombardier. Pilot the Bombardier. Bombardier? Pilot the Bombardier. Look, Pilot the Bombardier. That's the full episode. Where is it? Bugs Bunny. Pilot the Bombardier. Is this it?
1 in 3 kids in America.
They call the plane a bombardier.
So long, sucker!
Apparently that's not it. That's Yosemite. Let's see. Falling here. Anyway, it's in there. Pilot the Bombardier. Where is it? Let's see. Not gonna find it. Okay, we're probably not gonna find it. Anyway, I went for it. But anyway, it's a thing. Pilot the Bombardier is a thing.
Spider safety again. The spider safety again.
It's fucking military. All right, so let's type this in. Bombardier. Right? See that? American Eagle. Bombardier. CRJ700. DC crash. Now, they called this plane a bombardier. Okay? We'll look that up. See what comes up? Let's see. They called the plane a bombardier. Okay, why? Why does that matter? Right? And see, they removed it. That's why. They said that. It was early. I'm like, why are they keep saying bombardier, telling me that it's a bomb? Right? Look. Right here, American Eagle. Where does it say right? American Eagle what? CRJ700 struck mid. But right here it says a Bombardier CRJ700. It's an American Eagle Bombardier CRJ700. Now, where's that at? It's right there in that small print. It don't say it nowhere else. But they said it early. They kept saying it. I'm like, they keep saying Bombardier. They keep saying Bombardier. Okay, now, Pilot the Bombardier. Bombardier is a member of a bomber crew in the U.S. Air Force responsible for sighting and releasing bombs. So who would the bombardier be? If this helicopter was remote, right? If this helicopter is remote, who's the bombardier? He's the guy with the joystick. Understand? Read it again. A member of a bomber crew. The guy with the joystick, he's a member of the bomber in the U.S. Air Force, responsible for sighting and releasing bombs. So the Black Hawk was effectively turned into a bomb. Whoever's flying it is the bombardier. Okay? Now, I understand that the Black Hawk would have been the bomb, right? And that the plane wasn't the bomb, although it's called, I understand all of that. I'm speaking in the spirit. And this is how this devil, see, this devil has to leave you a clue. He has to tell you what he's doing. Okay? The devil has to tell you what he's doing. Revelation of the method. I'm not going to go into it. That's another lesson. But understand what I'm saying. This word is in this story and can't be removed. Although they tried, you can find it. Okay, so anyway, bombardier. All right. And I mean, let's go back here and we'll end it. We're just, getting additional information, and more is going to come out, and then we'll do another video and bring it up to date. This is CRJ 515. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. That's CRJ 515 again, right? As a little admonishment. So with that, we hope that the elect were edified, you brothers and sisters. We'll continue to watch. Shalom.